Hello everyone, today we will be testing out Shadow K9, which got buffed this season and is now one of the most commonly used Pokemon in the Great League meta. Even though during this video you won't see a lot of Shadow K9s used by opponents, it's fine. Okay, in the first match we were leading Mimikyu into Wigglytuff, and then we safe swapped into Shadow K9. My opponent would respond with a counter Annihilate, which is pretty funny because they're not Shadow. I guess they're going for that extra fast refresher. That's fine. Weather Ball, it's going to grab a shield and then do a lot of damage. And we can reach another one here right before we die. And that grabs the final shield. So we're going to come in with Azumarill and absolutely wall their energy. I think what this is a Rage Fist. And yes, it is. And it does absolutely basically zero damage there. It doesn't do a lot. In comes Charjabug, and I respond with Mimikyu. And they bring back in their Wigglytuff, and that is fine because we have a lot of energy on our Azumarill now, which means Azumarill can actually pick up the knockout against the Charjabug as long as the Charjabug's not really that healthy. So I'm going to go for the Play Rough here. Play Rough will do a lot of damage into Wigglytuff, and I think from here, Shadow Sneak might be able to KO, but they go for the move first, and I'll just let this go. I'm going to come in with Azumarill now. I do survive, but I want to come in with Azumarill and try to get some energy before they swap into the Charjabug. Charjabug comes back in. I'm going to shield the discharge, and I think I can tank a discharge pretty comfortably, but I don't think I need to actually, because what I think I can do is reach 2 Ice Beams before they get to the next move. So Ice Beam number 2 either will get them low enough to farm down with the bubbles, or honestly, it's just gonna knock out. It's not knocking out, but that's fine. In comes Mimikyu. I try to go for the snipe, doesn't work, but I can reach the Play Rough into the Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff will fall to Play Rough, and Charjabug will fall to the Shadow Claw. Okay, into the next match, we're gonna be leading Mimikyu into Shadow Malamar. Shadow Malamar and Mimikyu. This is quite an awkward matchup, because Malamar really does a lot of damage here because of Shadow with those Psy Waves. But we also do quite a bit of damage with our Shadow Claws. In comes a Tinkaton, and I'm going to respond with a Ninetales. Ninetales is going to outpace Tinkaton pretty comfortably. However, Bulldoze does do quite a lot of damage because we are Shadow. I'm going to go for the Weather Ball on the CMP. Weather Ball from this range, will it knock out? No, it will not. But I think I can tank this Bulldoze here. And yes, I can. I hang on with a little bit of HP remaining. And in comes an Altaria. And I try to go for 2 Embers and switch out, but doesn't really work out well. That is fine. I'm going to come in with Mimikyu and fire off Play Rough. Play Rough is no shielded. That's fine. That does a lot of damage. Here I'm going to use Mimikyu's Disguise to block the move. Sky Attack will do 1 damage. And back in comes the Malamar. Now I'm gonna go for a Shadow Sneak, hopefully grabbing the shield, getting us into even shield scenarios, and then in comes Azumarill. Azumarill can basically wall all of their energy. We do take a bit of damage from the Psy Waves, but that's fine, that's not a lot of damage. I'm gonna shield just in case they have Hyper Beam. They don't, I don't think they do. And this is probably, this is either Foul Play or Superpower. As you can see here, I have a lot of energy stored in case they ever come in with the Altaria, and I can fire off the move, try and eliminate the Altaria as soon as possible. In comes Malamar again, and I can just fully farm down. Just as a flex, I'm going to catch onto Mimikyu, just cause why not? I mean, I can. So Foul Play will knock out Mimikyu, but that's fine. And we tank this move very, very comfortably, whatever it is. Foul Play, yeah, super powered, doesn't matter. We just still pick up the knockout here, and that's GG. Alright, into the next match, we're going to be leading Mimikyu into Kingdra. Kingdra's not going to be able to touch us with its Dragon Breaths because they are double resisted because of Mimikyu's Fairy typing. Surf will bust our Disguise. That is fine, that is absolutely fine. We're going to farm up more and go for a Shadow Sneak on the CMP, hoping they would shield, thinking this is a Play Rough. They know shield, and we're gonna have to shield this, otherwise we probably die to the surf damage. I do think that this Kingdra is on Outrage because they didn't go for the Swift against us first, which is kind of odd because you're generally advised to use the cheaper move against the Mimikyu always while it still has the disguise on. But whatever, it doesn't matter, he's dead now. Okay, in comes Rapidash, and Rapidash is able to pick up Knockout against Mimikyu. That's fine, we're gonna send in Azumarill now. And Azumarill can output a lot of bubble damage, but this is a Wild Charge, so I'm gonna shield this up. Now Wild Charge is shielded, it is called right, that's amazing, and in comes a Mantine. Mantine will not do a lot of damage with its charge moves. Their energy is completely walled because Twister is double resisted and Water Pulse is single resisted. They're going to be spamming out Water Pulses here. Wing attacks can still add up quite a bit, but we have 2 charge moves that do a lot of damage. We're going to spam out these Play Roughs here because Mantine isn't the fastest if it's not able to output Twister damage. So we're looking for the farm down here. Water Pulse connects. That's fine. In comes the Rapidash again. I'm going to pressure away their shield with this Play Rough. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to instantly throw the Drill Run, meaning we are able to force all their energy out of them, and now their energy dry. Ninetales, while Rapidash's energy dry, we're going to be able to get the full farm down, and in comes Mantine, but we already have a move loaded. Energy Ball from this range will easily take out the Mantine, and that's game win. Next game, leading Mimikyu into Morpeko. I did look into this matchup quite a bit before, and Morpeko does win in the 2 shields, so I'm going to instantly safe swap into Shadow K9. They respond with Licky Licky, and they're able to outpace me to a move because I keep over farming. Now I'm going to go for the Weather Ball on good timing. The Weather Ball will add some pressure, and they do no shield, which is amazing. Now I'm going to go for the Energy Ball. I know they're likely going to shield, but in case they don't, I'm going to go for Energy Ball to pick up the Knockout. They do not shield, and they go for the Body Slam on good timing. I'm going to shield this up now. Body Slam does not connect. I'm going to go for the Weather Ball after 1 Ember. They're on good timing, like always. Weather Ball will be shielded, and I'm going to go for 1 more, and then a catch onto a Azumarill. But catch unsuccessful, and they're going to send in their own Mimikyu. Mimikyu, I think, does lose this matchup because of the sheer bubble pressure on our Azumarill, and our bulk is absolutely insane. So, Ice Beam. This will not do any damage because of their disguise, but we are able to reach Ice Beam number 2, which, yes, here we go. Ice Beam number 2. And this will easily pick up the knockout because of their -1 defense from their disguise being busted. I go for a Mimikyu snipe. It doesn't really work out well, and they send in their Morpeko. I guess they were trying to snipe as well. It was kind of like a simultaneous switch. So, we are able to almost reach a Shadow Sneak. We would have reached a Shadow Sneak if they didn't go for Psychic Fangs, but them going for Psychic Fangs means now that they're energy dry, meaning I can just go for the Play Rough. Play Rough will easily pick up the knockout against Morpeko, because Morpeko is really classy, of course. And what are they going to bring in? They're going to bring in their Licky Licky. That is fine for me as I reach for the Play Rough. Can't really quite get it. And Licky Licky will pick up the knockout with the Body Slam. I'm going to send in Azumarill. Azumarill will be able to output some damage with bubbles. And now, will we survive this Body Slam? Yes, we will. Rank 5 IVs come in clutch. They go for the catch onto the Mimikyu. Catch is unsuccessful because of the new system, I think. I'm not sure. But anyways, catch unsuccessful. Licky Licky falls to the Ice Beam, and that's GG. Here we're leading Mimikyu into Hypno. Opponents safe swaps into Kecleon. I'm going to respond with Azumarill. We are able to wall their fast move pressure with our Fairy typing because they are on Sucker Punch. And we're now going to throw our Play Rough on good timing. Play Rough, will it be shielded or will it not be shielded? It's no shielded. That's fine. It does a lot of damage. And now we can keep farming and look to throw another move. My opponent does get another Thunder Punch through. Thunder Punch does do quite a lot of damage because it is super effective, and Kecleon is not the bulkiest mon ever. Has some charge beam pressure. I'm gonna send in Mimikyu, and I get the catch off the dynamic punch, which is honestly weird because why would you go for dynamic punch into a Mimikyu with its disguise still intact? My opponent sends in a non-Shadow K-Whack, and I'm gonna go for the Shadow Sneak here. I'm gonna look to overfarm and then go for the Shadow Sneak. If they let this go and it is a play rough, they do die. So I'm hoping they shield. They do not shield. I'm gonna go for one Shadow Clan Snipe with the Azumarill. That is amazing. And I'm going to go for play rough here. We have enough energy. And this is a really close game because Hypno will have a lot of energy after he successfully farms our Azumarill down. I'm gonna send in Ninetales here. I'm hoping we can win this game here. I'm not sure if we can win this game here. I'm gonna shield this up in case Shadow Ball. They do send the Thunder Punch. It's fine. I'm gonna go for Weather Ball here. Weather Ball will lightly grab the shield. Yes, it will. Now I'm gonna farm up 4 and look for the catch. Yes, we do get the catch. That's gonna secure our game win. Thunder Punch easily knocks out. That's fine. In comes K9, 1 Ember, and then a Weather Ball. Weather Ball will grab the final shield, but we are able to reach Weather Ball number 2, and this will pick up the knockout against Shadow Hypno. Alright, in the next game, we're going to be leading Mimikyu into Jumpluff, Shadow Jumpluff. And this is a really bad lead. We do lose against Jumpluff by quite a bit, and they're going to be able to fire off their move first. Energy Ball will be no shielded. Mimikyu's disguise is now busted, and we're going to go for the Play Rough. Hopefully, Play Rough does do a lot of damage to get them into range, where a Shadow Sneak would be able to knock out. Play Rough connects. This is a CMP tie, and I was kind of expecting Play Rough to do a bit more and get them into farm down range, but it's fine. It's now in Shadow Sneak range, definitely. We get a lot of energy, we overfarm, and we go for the Shadow Sneak on the CMP again. And Shadow Sneak definitely picks up knockout. In comes a Tinkaton, and I'm going to go for another Shadow Sneak right before they get to the move. Shadow Sneak here will probably, yep, it will connect, and I'm going to send in K9. K9 will be more than happy to absorb Bulldoze damage. Bulldoze does do quite a bit, but it gets the debuff, and if they stayed in, their next Bulldoze would have been able to knock out. In comes an Azumarill. I'm going to go for the Energy Ball. Energy Ball is shielded, and I'm going to go for another one. Energy Ball number 2. Will it be shielded or will it not? It's no shielded, and that's game win because now their Azumarill is low enough where my Azumarill can take care of it. Or even shields, by the way. So this is a pretty big advantage for us, especially if they're on Hydro Pump. They're not throwing Play Roughs. Play Rough is cheaper than Hydro Pump. That means if they're throwing Hydro Pump, they're probably on Ice Beam Hydro Pump. Now, Play Rough is going to do a lot of damage. They're in farm down range. I'm going to attempt to go for the farm down. We're able to tank the second Hydro Pump. In comes the Tinkaton, and I'm going to go for a Play Rough here. Almost. I almost get the Play Rough. I don't quite get it. I shield up the Gigaton. Play Rough here will connect. Probably. I don't think they're going to shield this. Will they shield this? Oh, they will shield this. That is fine by me. I send in Mimikyu. Go for the farm down. Hell no, we don't get it, but it's fine. Can Mimikyu survive the Bulldoze? Yes, we can. And we get them low enough where one bubble is able to pick up the knockout. Azumarill comes back in. Azumarill goes back out. And that's GG's. In conclusion, I think this buff to Ninetales with Energy Ball is absolutely demonic. Ninetales is so good right now. I mean, straight 5 pacing to a coverage move being Energy Ball that can basically delete water types really easily, as long as it's not Napoleon. Like Gastrodon, it one-shots Gastrodon, it gets Jellicent into a third of its max HP usually. There's rock types and ground types, which Ninetales is also weak to, but it's covered by Energy Ball, which is honestly absolutely insane. This allows K9 to have a lot of play into a lot of mons. Even in negative matchups, it can still do something. Like against Empoleons, it can still do quite a bit of damage with Weather Ball spam or Energy Ball. And I think just buffing this guy just made it top meta. It is absolutely insane. I recommend you all building it. It is definitely a good investment, unlike some other double legacy mons like maybe Sea King or Primeape or something like that. This mon is definitely broken. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.